Welcome to Inner Peace Arts Unscripted. I'm your host, James Coleman. I write at innerpeacearts.wordpress.com. You can write me at innerpeacearts@protonmail.com. You can find me at Twitter, InnerPeaceArts1, Facebook, InnerPeaceArts1, and the focus of my activities are on personal development, spirituality, and social change. Today, I want to talk about system participation. In recent episodes, I've talked about intention and what's needed to be done in order to get stuff. But today, I'm going to talk a little bit about system participation and how, in participating in the system, you are perpetuating the system. And this is one of those topics that, again, is often difficult for some people. And I think in Christian circles is spiritualized to say, well, God is going to eventually, take care of all of this and set it straight. Yeah. And in the meantime, you are eating in Babylon, right? That's a kind of very Christianized perspective of it, but that's the truth. I mean, if you work for the government, you are benefiting, living your life off of what they are giving you, however they obtained it. If you work for any company, right, you are helping them with their agenda, and you are giving of your labor to their agenda. It's, kind of I think I've mentioned it before, the service prostitution, and others have shared that before. So I just want to make that kind of clear. So whenever I'm, talking about what's needed to be done to get stuff, there is a recognition of perpetuation of the system. I am attempting to operate within the system and at the same time change the system. It's a very kind of Chinese way of thinking about it, actually. That's their whole kind of philosophy. If you want to change government, you get involved in government. Then they find once they get involved in government, they don't want to change it. So and we'll see. I mean, if I get to the place where I've gotten, all the stuff that I think satisfies me, we'll see how these videos change, right? But until then, my intention is to get the stuff that I want, and that, and to recognize that there is participation in the system, and that is ubiquitous, right? So if you go to this, if you use their money, you are participating in their system. Period. There's no way around it. And you can try and sugarcoat it with all sorts of fancy ideas, but there's no way around it. Their money, their production systems, you're perpetuating it. Okay? So I'm saying I recognize that. I'm saying that I seek to change it, because I believe it can be changed. I believe that there are others that want to change it as well. You can see it with some of the things that are happening with cryptocurrencies, which are kind of attempts in some way, but I think not, because they don't have a real holistic lifestyle agenda attached to them. And it's not like you can go and sign up to join the cryptocurrency society and culture, and your entrance fee is your ability to produce. That would be the one way of looking at it, if it was going to be a real viable movement. And I think it's why I've never been able to really fully immerse myself in the getting of stuff via I didn't have enough capital to play the game, so I'm not even gonna go there. And the math skills weren't there to play that game well. I mean, I could probably develop them now that I'm relaxed and have much better methods for teaching myself, but I just don't have an interest in going there. My interests lie like personal development, spirituality, social change, and so my investment in math is pretty minimal. But my investment in languages is actually going up. But that's about communication, which is essential to personal development, spirituality, and social change. You can't engage in social change without understanding how communication works and how you're going to be communicating with people and the role of language therein. Off topic, but that's why this is unscripted, right? So we were talking about system participation and really about how that's unavoidable if you use their money. So I'm living in a house, paying for it. It's being paid for with money from that system. The internet access is being paid for with money from that system. The phone bill is being paid for with money from that system. So I never want to be accused of not recognizing participation and the role therein, and that essentially it's to participate to get out, to find people, to fund people, to bring people into a pool where they are developing alternative technologies. This is one of the things that's been going through my mind. Alternative technologies for plastics, alternative technologies for food production, alternative technologies for transportation, alternative technologies for education, right? These all can be developed because remember, there's only religion and technology. There is nothing else. And technology drives what you can do. Religion drives what you do with what you can do. It's that simple. And that's what I wanted to share today. And I hope that it clarifies my position, clarifies the position that's available, and hopefully it opens your mind to your own participation, and that any claims of holier than thou or better than or any of that are basically moot, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you use their money. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's. That's a very, very famous quote, and I think it runs deeper than people would want to admit. And you look at how much time you spend in your life, even just not even taking the physical body and having to work, but how much time you spend in your thought life, which is going to impact your actions. Is it spent on Caesar's stuff, or is it spent on God's stuff? Is it spent on spiritual stuff? Is it spent on Martha, Martha, why are you, worried about this stuff when the guy with the words is here? That's deep, I think. And so the claim of this is not a agrarian culture where you can just go out into the field and glean off of somebody's fields and eat. Okay, there you're not participating, right? You're not. You're just gleaning off the fields. You're ecologically balanced with what's going on. No different than a squirrel, right? Let's be honest. But with this system, nah, you're participating. And it's just how it is. And so I just don't want to be accused of, what's the word for it? Hypocrisy, right? No, not at all. And for yourself to recognize the hypocrisy if you claim to be operating above the system when you're actually simply operating in it, and and are not clear about how you are actively changing, opposing it. like I'm being clear about how I'm doing it. That's why I do these videos, and I hope people come along and join in that. So that's all I wanted to say, and I hope that, again, that it has moved you deeper into how you want to experience life, how you want to live life, and how you want to go about operating and sharing whatever flows through you, and how you go about seeing, purifying your agenda and seeing it made manifest, whatever it is. I'm James Coleman. You can check me out at innerpeacearts.wordpress.com. You can write me at innerpeacearts@protonmail.com. And again, this has been a joy spending this time with you. Yevarechecha Adonai veish merecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Have a great day.